All right. Hey, everybody. I am popping on a bit early because I have a meeting that I have to be at virtually, 2 o'clock. So I'm popping on now at 1:30 to do top 10 oil of the day. Today's oil is frankincense, and I actually think this one might run a bit longer because I actually want to show you the video that I would show in a class. And also I'll put the link of the video in in here as well, so you could go look at it yourself. It's just on YouTube, about frankincense, because frankincense is like such a big deal to me. It's basically the oil that got me started on using healthier things in my life for pain management, just for pain management it started, but clearly just to detoxify my life as far as what I was using in my household. So frankincense, like I always tell the story how I started. I mentioned it in some other videos. I'm sure I'm going to repeat it because it was life-changing for me, right? So basically I had ACL reconstructive surgery, probably going to be, I'm going to say 25 years now, 20 to 25 years ago. It's literally so long ago that I don't even kind of remember the exact date. However, it's had long-lasting effects to the point where I was wearing a knee sleeve to teach classes. I was wearing the knee sleeve all the time, even when I wasn't teaching classes. I was getting swelling out of the knee joint and to the side. So in my own head, thinking I could diagnose myself or how to manage it, I was wearing patellar bands and trying to press on that. It felt better, the compression. So, but it wasn't something that I knew I knew it wasn't going to fix it permanently because I had the surgery. I'd been told basically having the surgery that I was staving off having early onset arthritis in my knee by having the surgery. If I didn't have the surgery, I didn't have to, I could have not had the surgery. Let's just say this. I had microscopic tears in my ligament, but it hadn't torn completely. So I could have not had the surgery, they said, but then I would have had arthritis in my knee like way sooner. And being a fitness instructor, that was just not acceptable to me. So I said, let's go ahead, have the surgery. They said, number one, that's fine. Just know that you're 70% chance of the other knee doing that because of overcompensating on that would be my good knee. Now I was overcompensating on it. And number two, that I was still going to get my arthritis because I'm aging. I know, hard to believe. But I went. So I basically was I don't want to say medicating, but I was self-diagnosing and figuring out my pain, how to deal with like pain, because I had to teach. And I was teaching a lot of fitness classes and dance fitness classes, so Zumba and that type of thing, that there's a lot of movement and a lot of, it could be impact, but I kept it low, but still just a lot of moving. And I was doing a lot of those classes. So I was doing like 6 or 7 of those a week, twice in one evening as well. So I needed to keep moving, and I just figured that out. I basically had been, my best friend at the time, she said to me, I told her about it, and she said, oh, here, try this. We tried Deep Blue, which that's tomorrow's oil, and I'll talk and gush about that one tomorrow. But I used a Deep Blue oil on my knee, just in a roller ball with a carrier oil, and rolled it on. And after a week, I didn't really see any difference. I was still wearing my sleeve on my knee. I just didn't really see any difference. So told her that, and she said, okay, well, let's try something else, because not everything works for everybody, and that goes for anything. So the next we tried was frankincense. Same thing, put in the roller ball, carrier oil, rolled it on before showers, after showers, before I was going to go do activity, after I did activity, just got in the habit of doing it. And I got into the habit of doing it, and then I realized after about 2 weeks that I was not using my sleeve. I was teaching my class, and I realized, hey, I didn't go into my gym bag and grab my knee sleeve. Holy crap. I was still getting, stiffness in my knee if I sat for too long. Like I said, no one's saying that it's all of a sudden going to be fixed, because it's not, right? But I was not wearing the sleeve, and I was still teaching those same classes. So from then on, I was like, okay, I need to have this in my life and use this whenever I need to. And I've actually decreased the amount of needing to use it. That's come also with changing of my class schedule and the types of classes I'm teaching and that sort of thing. But I'm still able to do, knock on wood, heading into 50th year. My birthday's in November and I'll be 50. And I still do high intensity interval training. I still can do, high impact movements. I do my dance, I do Zumba. And yeah, I haven't worn the knee sleeve in the last couple of years. So basically, since I've been doing doTERRA, I have not used the knee sleeve. So Frankincense is fantastic, and I'm going to say there's many reasons for it and many things that it does, but the number one thing that it does that I've had the personal experience with is it deals with inflammation. So that was an obvious inflammation that was on my knee, but inflammation of any of your cells. So skin scarring, I used to have lots of scars. And I've used different types of oils from beauty supply stores to kind of get rid of the scars. I used to pick at my face because I thought I had pimples. That's a whole other story. And I would pick and then I would get a scar. Changing your diet and your nutrition and hydrating and all that helps. However, a lot of my skincare products now are from doTERRA and have frankincense in them. And I've noticed a huge difference. So inflammation is the number one thing. I could tell stories about my mother and what she uses it for and how she's had, it's been that and copaiba, but that's, again, another story. Frankincense, let's just talk about it real quick. Let me flip this around. I'll just show you some top 10 reasons to love frankincense. So, basically, it purifies, rejuvenates skin. So I did mention that. Reduces the appearance of skin imperfections. And it says here, it'll become a regular part of your skincare routine. And it is for me, for sure. It's in my toner. It's in my under eye cream, anti-aging under eye cream. It's in my face cream. I use it for everything. So it's awesome. Frankincense, long used for its health benefits. There's a complex chemistry in the oil. It's designed to support different types of cells in the body. You can use it for promoting healthy cellular function. So it's also number 3, in addition to promoting good cellular health, you can use it to support healthy immune function within the body, particularly the seasonal environmental threats when they're high. So I remember I told you about the flu bomb. The F in flu bomb is frankincense. So that's one of the oils that I put in, and that's my, when I'm starting to feel sick or I have a flu or a cold, sinus cold, I put that in my flu bomb and I just use it, and it helps me get through the day without having to take any kind of medication or take any over-the-counter drugs. So number 4, if you finish a long shift at work, it's soothing. You can rub it on the bottom of your feet. Number 5, it's the smell. The smell is really nice, and you can definitely diffuse it, and it's a great smell. It also provides emotional balance again. So it's that smell, the aromatherapy aspect of it is fantastic. You can make perfumes out of it. And when I say perfume, I mean Pure and then FUMES. So pure fumes instead of perfumes. And frankincense is a great one. It pretty much mixes with a lot of oils. It mixes with lemon, lime, lavender, cypress, sandalwood, lang lang, wild orange, and more. So it's a really good one. I couldn't put it together. It's part of the big one, and what I want to show the video of is that it's part of the doTERRA Co-Impact Sourcing Initiative, which means that when you buy frankincense, you're helping support families and communities by providing economic opportunity for frankincense harvesters in Somalia. So I just want to show that. It's like a 2-minute video, but that's a big deal for frankincense because when people kind of complain about the price of frankincense, and they say to me, oh, I can get it for $5 here. What's the difference? It's like a huge difference. So many things. But this is one of the big things. So basically, you're getting it directly from where it's indigenous. And then the money, too, goes towards people there being able to provide for themselves. It's their business. They're the ones that harvest, as opposed to getting greenhouses and then having it being grown not in where it indigenously grows, and having paying somebody else to just harvest it, or a machine to harvest it, right? So that's the other thing that's kind of really nice about frankincense in particular. It's one of many oils that are part of the co-impact sourcing initiative. So number 10, using it for fitness, huge. Yoga, meditation, other relaxing activities, same thing. You can use it. I teach a class called Zen Bar. It's a combination of bar fitness, Pilates, and yoga inspired stretching, and we use oils when possible in the class. So using it right at the beginning to uplift, just putting a drop in your hand and smelling, and then also we use at the end when we're going to do our relaxation or our yoga inspired stretching. If you're not wearing shoes, I'll always encourage people to use an oil on the bottom of their feet like this, or again when I have the diffuser going in the studio. So definitely use it for fitness. And then number 10, it just says, once you start using frankincense in every day, you'll notice how versatile it is, and then it's safe and you can use it for the whole family. So yeah, I could basically talk about frankincense, probably not coherently, just like yammer on about how wonderful it is for hours. But what I wanted to do was show you this video. So I'm basically going to play it from YouTube, just kind of project it onto the here. So if you want to actually watch the video and several other videos about frankincense or any of the other oils, I will, you'll probably see that doTERRA has a page and you can subscribe to it. And you can watch any kind of videos you would like. So let me turn this around, pop this on. It's gonna buffer.
Many people don't realize that frankincense was the first worldwide export, and it all began in Oman thousands of years ago. There is such a rich history. Boswellia sacra is the frankincense species that is sourced from Oman. Frankincense was more precious than gold, had a higher value than even gold. The frankincense trade route, it began there in Oman, went up through Yemen, and then up along the Arabian Peninsula, all the way up to Petra, where then there were ports that took it out to the rest of the world. I want to introduce you to Ashad. He's our frankincense partner from Oman. We've just come across a frankincense tree that has recently been scored.
If you look at the distance between the first incision and the second, it's about 2.5 feet. This is the correct way of harvesting.
So you want about 2.5 feet.
That's right, yeah. Between each and
incision.
Yeah. It starts off like a milky liquid and then dries out into crystals, and then they drop. After about 2 weeks, it will be collected by the harvesters. After the second week, they'll come back again and make another incision in the same spot. And they make the first incision, you do not have a lot of resin which comes out. Second incision, it increases. Third, you get much more resin out. This was made last year and it is healing. Right. So they have not touched this area at all. Once the season finishes, this particular area will be left to rest.
Because of our partnership with Ashad and Saeed, in 2020, we will propagate 20,000 new Boswellia sacra trees in Oman. There's already 500 in the ground. They're thriving. Many of them are several years old.
It's like a baby growing.
Yeah.
And this thing is going to be, this is going to grow into a big tree. That is going to support many, many different projects in the future. And this is the heritage. This is the heritage of a country, of Oman.
Yeah, so that's just one video about the co-impact sourcing, which is just fascinating about how it can provide for families, and then kind of the irony of how like it provides for your family if you bring it into your household and you use it. So that is frankincense. We're going to leave it at that. And yeah, if you have any questions, you want to DM me about frankincense or doing a class one-on-one, that's cool too. Let me know. But thanks. We have one more day of top 10 oil tomorrow, and then kind of wrapping it up at the next week as to the kind of the ending of what I would do normally in a class. And yeah, if you want a sample, that's another thing, you can contact me too. But otherwise, have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching.